Cycling cam before the stage.
Yep.
Last stage in the Enquiries. Roadman Rob doing the interview.
Yeah.
How's your Ras been, mate?
Vlog takeover. It's been alright. It started pretty good. We had one of our guys, Joe, up there in the GC, and then he decided to crash. DNF. We had another guy who cut his hand open. He had to DNF. And then today, Will hasn't started because he got ill overnight. I think 90% of the peloton's been ill. So yeah, I mean, the fact that we're here, stage 8, heading into Dublin, is an achievement in itself.
Man of the Ras.
Yeah, officially. Well, not yet. Well, not until I get my medal when I cross the finish line. When you get your medal at the finish line,
yeah.
Right?
Roundy!
Yo, what's on, McCarthy?
Roadman round.
The best mechanic in the world.
Thank you very much, lads.
Take that, Richard Lambert.
What about you, Rob? How's the Ras been for you? Couple of
Up and down.
Stage win?
Stage win.
Yeah.
Big crash. And breakaway day.
Yep.
And hopefully try and do something today as well. So.
Yeah.
But it's been good.
So yeah, Ras day 8. Heading back into Dublin today. Over the last 8 days we've done over 1,200 kilometers and just a lap of Ireland. Today's stage 8. There are still quite a few people pretty close to each other, like the top 10 on GC, so I expect a few fireworks today and hopefully we can get involved in those. But today's stage, before we can officially finish the race, we've got 150 kilometers to do with 5 categorized climbs. Not feeling my best today, picked up a bit of illness overnight, but I'll give it a good shot anyway. Stage 8 done and dusted. Obviously after yesterday, yesterday's stage 7, it wasn't the best of days for me. I just cracked, as I said in yesterday's video, I just cracked big time, and I really wanted to make up for that today. So I set myself the target of getting in the breakaway, or getting in the breakaway of the day, and hopefully try and contest out for the win and just go for a stage win, because I've got nothing else to gain and nothing else to lose at this race. I was aggressive early on, as this race has been weird. Some of the days the breakaway has gone after 2 hours, and other days it's gone quite near the start. So I just thought that I would be aggressive from the start, follow moves and try and pick the moves wisely, not just waste energy away. And then basically the breakaway went, and it was the move that I didn't follow. I missed the attack. 6 guys went up the road. Then the riders at the front just blocked the road to let the break go, and I thought that was it. The break had gone. I missed it. After a couple of K, the breakaway got about a minute up the road, and then my teammate, the only last remaining teammate in this race, Jake, come up next to me and said, "How are you feeling?" I said, "I'm feeling pretty good." He said, "Me too, let's just both attack." So literally that's what we did. Me and him just came flying down the outside, attacked. The bunch didn't respond initially. A couple of guys tried to follow us but just couldn't, and then basically we just did a team time trial effort over to the breakaway. It didn't actually take that long to get there, maybe 5K. So this was an ideal situation. We're in a breakaway now. There was 8 of us, including me and Jake, and there was obviously two of us from St. Piran. So we were just riding through. Everyone was taking the turn equally. And then at about 30K to go, we still had around 2 minutes 40. The Swiss were riding behind. Riders were getting dropped from the bunch, and the gap was coming down, but it wasn't coming down incredibly quick. So then we started to believe that we had a chance of staying away here. There was a couple of good sprinters in the breakaway, Russ Downing and also Lavery, who was a stagiaire at Cofidis. 2 sprinters that I didn't want to take to the line with me. So the plan was always to, Jake's probably more of a bunch sprinter than I am. And the plan was to the final stage was 140K stage. It was 100K on a routine, and then 40Ks around a finishing circuit, and then on the finishing circuit there was a climb, like a 2 or 3K climb. So the plan was on the second lap, so around 20K to go, I was going to hit it on this climb, hit it real hard, take the guys that can climb quite well, and hopefully drop the sprinters. We press on right away, and then I can take the bunch sprint. I did that. I attacked on the climb, took one rider, one of the Irish national riders with me, but there was only 2 of us. There was 6 guys still behind us. 5 of them were working. Obviously Jake was sat on the back because I was up the road. Eventually we got brought back in. Jake countered that move. He went off with a couple of guys. Then the bunch started riding real hard, brought me back in. Jake was still off the front by like 20 seconds with one other guy. He ended up just going for like a solo hero attack, and he stayed out solo for another couple of K. But all in all, around 8K to go, the bunch was all back together, and that was the day over. That was the breakaway. over. It's a shame because none of us were a threat to GC. I think the highest position was like 6 minutes behind the leader, so the bunch didn't, like the Swiss national team, which were leading the jersey, didn't need to use all their guys up, bringing us back, and in doing so they ended up losing the yellow jersey. So like as they brought us back in, you know, their last man swung off, his job was done, and the Delta Pro Cycling team, they had 3 or 4 guys all within like 15 seconds of the leader, so they obviously had been sat in all day whilst the Swiss had been chasing, and they just started hitting them, man, big time. And eventually they isolated the yellow jersey, and eventually they broke away, and eventually they won the race overall. So had the Swiss not chased the breakaway down, and they just let us have our fun, they look after the bunch, they look after the jersey, they would probably still be holding on to the yellow jersey right now. But yeah, that's racing. It was a fun final stage, a fun week of racing. I'm gonna do another video like about my whole experience at the Ras, but it's been an insane 8 days. I'm absolutely battered now, so tired. I'm gonna take a few days off now off the bike, just easy rides, just trying to recover a little bit. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for following the race. I'm happy that, especially after yesterday, we could end this race on a high, on a positive. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.